Fresh life, fresh life.
Grind headquarters, man. Oh shit, they got a little old school. Hey man, they playing around with me. Lay up, miss that shit. Okay, finger roll. Okay. Thomas us don't know who out here today. Oh, you just don't know who out here, man. Let me go back in before Thomas come out here and catch me.
Man, G, what's up, man?
What's going on, G?
How you doing, man?
Man, let me try to do what I do, man. Oh man, you know what I'm doing, man. Sometimes I have to get it in a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Man. You know, this is the entrance goal. You know what I mean? This is pallet goal.
So this really was a goal at the house?
Nah, this was a real pallet. This is one of the first pallets that we used to ship out some of the first grind machines.
Right.
So I took the pallet, laser cut the grind logo on there, and I took one of my. This was my old, like my real goal at the house. Yeah.
Okay.
So I took the rim off and I installed it on the pallet.
So this is the one that when you were chasing the ball?
Yeah.
Back when you used to chase the ball.
Exactly.
Right
So this is the rim that I was chasing.
Okay.
And then I made the pallet. So it's a true grind, the grind first basketball goal.
Okay, well man, check this out, man. I love this right here, this replica right here.
Yeah.
But I really want to see the real thing.
You gotta see the shooting machine.
Well, shoot, let's go on in here and check it out, man. That's what I'm talking about. How was Thanksgiving?
It's great. Yeah.
I appreciate you, man.
Okay.
But no, I'm telling you, acting like I've been here, but I really been in here a couple times.
Yeah, man. Get
Bro,
some shots up.
Man, I'm gonna get you shoot first, man, cause you know, I'm gonna go ahead. You over here, man. Okay. Oh shoot, maybe I should have shot first. You know what I'm saying? Man, one more. Okay.
There you go.
Oh, that's
right,
my
you
butter
got it,
right
you got
there,
it.
man.
Go ahead.
Butter. Well, check this out. So what, like, what was the whole point behind this? I'll take a shot now.
Man,
while you talking.
I think it was just being a basketball player and not having access to a shooting machine.
Right.
That was my biggest problem. You know what I mean?
Oh shoot.
Just didn't have access to a shooting machine, and I really believe that, you know, a piece of equipment like this should be accessible to kids like me that didn't have a lot of money, that deserved, you know, to put in work. You know, we had the heart and everything to just try to put in work, and we didn't have the tools for it, right? And you know, the tools were way too expensive, way too heavy. So I was like, man, I got to design something that's that's affordable, lightweight. You know what I mean?
And that's what I love about it. It's lightweight,
and
man.
it represents where we come from, right?
Come on now,
it's grind, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was the idea behind it, man.
There we go.
There you go. There you go.
Oh man might be doing something, man.
Yes, sir. There you go.
Oh, see that stick got me. That stick got me. Go ahead.
Okay.
So how long was this in the making?
Man, I'm going on year 10, 2024.
What?
2024, I'm going on year 10. I started the company when I was 19, 18, 19.
Yeah.
28 now.
Man.
So I'm going on 10 years.
So as a 19-year-old, you sitting there at the house, you know, still shooting that goal we saw outside, right?
Yep.
You know, and just decided, you know, hey, let me go ahead and do this thing.
Yeah, I mean, I was graduating high school. I had tore my ACLs.
Right.
I had 4 surgeries before graduating high school.
Okay.
So I couldn't play basketball at a high level,
right?
Even if I wanted to, right? So all that energy was pent up. I was like, man, I got to hoop. I got to be around it, and you know, I just put the energy towards starting grind. So I went in the garage.
Right.
My homeboy taught me how to weld.
Oh, sure.
And he kept coming over, and I kept learning. And then from there.
So you just did this thing. You just did.
Yeah, I just started putting it together. You go to Home Depot, go to Triple S Steel on Jensen, and just buy materials.
Oh man.
Then I got some jobs, YMCA, shoveling mud at the car wash.
Come on now,
you
did some of that mud shoveling too?
Yeah, man. And I just put that money back into the prototypes, and you just kept building and learn how to 3D print, laser cut, plasma cut, and then, you know, the prototyping phase.
Come on, man.
It started coming together a lot faster.
That's a beautiful thing. So how many goals did you go through, like trying to figure out, Or was it really just the machine itself first? I mean,
it was always
like, what were some
machine.
of the issues you ran into in the beginning?
It was always the machine that I was working on. I maybe went through maybe 300 iterations of the machine. Yeah, and I was always cannibalizing prototypes.
Okay.
So I would make a prototype, and then prototype would not work properly, so I'd make it. Go ahead.
Okay.
I would make it change it up and switch it up and all that good stuff. So it was just a whole bunch of different iterations of it, you know what I mean? So yeah, man. But yeah, it took maybe 3-4 years just to get a working prototype, like a you know, because this is the first of its kind, you know what I mean?
It is the first of its kind, man.
So
you know.
So yeah, it took a little minute.
Because you see them in colleges, I see them, you know what I'm saying, pro level, stuff like that. I just, man, that's amazing to have one of those things right there.
Yeah, exactly.
But to see you really
But to have one affordable,
come on, man.
Right, and at the home, and being able to have it, take it to the park or take it to the gym, and you know, have the freedom to just own it. You know what I mean? Have your independence.
Man, you can just sit there all day. You can get your thousand shots in.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, what's his name, Hersey Miller.
Yeah.
You know, dude, young man, he puts 1,000 shots in a day.
Yeah, man.
This is the easy way.
So we just wanted to make that accessible. You know what I mean? We wanted to make that ability, that work ethic accessible. And also promote that work ethic. Right. You know what I'm saying? And show the kids that, hey, you know, this is what you're supposed to do, but also these are the tools for you to be able to do it. You know?
Okay. All right, man. Well, shoot. Let's go over here and have a seat, man. Talk about some things.
Absolutely.
You know? All right. Hey, first thing I want to say is shout out to my girl Ivy and my boy Jeremo, man. They got Black Farmer Box, man. You know what I'm saying? They're on this trip with me with the 5 minutes with 5. So you know what I'm saying? I definitely want to send a shout out to them. Fresh Life Organic. They're doing great things. You know what I'm saying? You can catch them on TV right now too. You know, they're doing big stuff. So just shout out to them. Make sure you take it out. You know what I'm saying? Black Farmer Box all day, every day.
Absolutely.
Okay, now back to the man of the hour, man. So we're gonna kind of go back a little bit. Now you were talking about, you know, on the prototypes you went through. Like, what were some of the heartaches that you kind of went through with this process?
Man, I mean, it took, like I said, I went through maybe 300 iterations.
Right.
You know, 350 iterations.
350?
Just constantly changing design.
Right.
You know, trying to design or trying to concept to pass the ball to the three-point line, not work, and I have to rework it. So I think that was, you know, that was one of the hardest things, is just trying to stick with it, and you know, the persistence. That was probably one of the hardest things. You know?
Okay. So now you say you blew your ACL.
Yeah.
You blew it out, and you just knew at that point you couldn't really. You weren't gonna be able to compete the way you wanted to compete.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you weren't gonna be able to do those movements.
Yeah.
As hard as we know T would do the movements.
I had maybe.
How was that, like, personally? How did you deal with that?
It was tough. It was tough because I tore my first ACL sophomore year, and then junior year, and then twice senior year. So 4 surgeries before you graduate high school is tough.
Man.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's kind of serious right there.
Yeah, man. So I literally couldn't play a full game without my knee swelling up.
Right.
And just having to get it drained. So it was tough. It was a down moment for me because, you know, basketball, you want me to wait for the train?
No. I might. We got a good mic.
Cool.
Because you know we're gonna be hollering out there for a minute.
Man, it sucked, man, because basketball, I put my heart and my soul into basketball, and then it just, you gotta stop. You can't do it no more. Your whole dream's just done, shut down. So I had to figure out what I wanted to do next.
Okay.
I still wanted to be around the game, and I think, you know, starting something that was like dear to my heart, and also solved one of my problems was one of the biggest things, you know. So, you know, it solved the problem of me being able to have access to the best equipment possible.
Right.
You know, so to make an affordable machine and a more portable machine. That was the biggest thing.
Man, that's a beautiful thing. So now, let's kind of get into one of the pieces that really kind of caught my attention. I learned about it, honestly, through your father.
Yeah.
That's how I learned it, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to CW.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Carlos Fields.
You know what I'm saying?
Dad.
Shout out to his pops, man. I learned it through, because we was in a couple years ago, we were just in a meeting together, I'd say it like that. And he had a question about something, and so, you know, we just made some things available for him, and that's when I learned about it.
Yeah.
And man, and at that time, that moment, I wanted one. I was like, hey, I'm one of them people, I can't go somewhere to order something. I gotta go somewhere I need right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at that time, you hadn't gotten the whole shipping from that stuff going on. COVID was happening. And so, because I had wanted to put on something, which I'm gonna do it now. I just talked about it earlier. I'm gonna do it in January. I'm gonna get a grind system, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to have a competition throughout the city of Houston with all the high schools. You know what I'm saying? And either maybe we could have it here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we got the gym. We got,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know, people can kind of see. But if not, you know, it probably has to be something real big because we're gonna make this a turnout. Yeah. But and just do a competition and so that I can donate the machine to the high school.
Love it.
And they just send their best 3-point shooter. And we'll make a day of it, fun. We have vendors from the local area. You know what I'm saying? Just everybody come from everywhere. Yeah. Cheer on their pink person and let's do this. So that's gonna happen. So that was gonna happen. But you know, it was just the ship.
Love on that.
Come on, man, that's what it's about.
That's love.
And so, but you know, the shipping situation was going on. Nobody could really get.
Yeah. So I could touch on that, man. So now, I want to say to everybody right now, we are in stock. So you can see it right now. Here.
Right now, you can see it as I walk through the doing the inset up here. I don't know where I'm gonna put it at. But,
so we're a Houston company, born and raised.
Right.
You know, our headquarters is on the east side of town between 5th Ward and 2nd Ward. But when we started off, like I said, we launched in 2020, 2 weeks before COVID.
Right.
Like March 1st we launched, and then COVID launched March 14th.
Yeah, they had that on the drawing board.
Man, and it was wild, man. We launched with this pre-order campaign. We said, hey, look, in order for Grind to move forward, we don't have funding. I don't come from an extremely wealthy family, so the way we're gonna move forward, the way I'm gonna move Grind forward is I'm gonna launch a pre-order campaign. Right. So I'm gonna allow customers to pre-order their machines. They're gonna give us the cash. Right. Then we're gonna take that cash, give it to our manufacturers, and then deliver on the machines. So we did that. But man, I had no idea that COVID was gonna back up ships and back up supply chains and back up, you know, raw materials. So the first 150 machines that we did, they were in the United States, but we were having trouble getting parts for these machines. So we were late. So it was taking 6 months, 8 months, a year even to get a machine. Right. We were still selling them. People were still ordering, man. So it was a beautiful thing to see that. Right. But it was hard. It was an uphill climb. But we finally overcome all these challenges, and now we have a warehouse full of machines. Man. So we're blessed, man, to keep. You know, we're growing every year. It's great. We're adding products. We got new basketball coming out.
I've seen that. I'm definitely gonna jump on that basketball. I'm gonna jump on that. The person for myself. The grind can go to somebody, but the basketball coming to me.
Yeah, the basketball's great.
So let's talk about Shark Tank.
Yeah.
How did that even come about, man?
So my wife actually applied behind my back.
Come on now.
She was my girlfriend at the time.
Right. Shout out to her. You know her name?
Yeah, Amory Fields.
Amory. Shout out to that on Amory doing her thing. That's what you're supposed to do, girl. You was like, listen, I done had to put up with this boy in that garage. All these,
Literally, man. So I was still living with my parents, and she applied for me, and I had no idea. So I was just working, and then out of nowhere, she just says, "Hey, check your email. Make sure you check it now." And I checked it, and she was like, "Did you see it? It's Shark Tank." And I was like, "What? How did they hear about us?" And she was like, "Man, I forgot to tell you, but I applied." I guess they liked the application. So I went through 6, 7, 8 different interviews with Shark Tank directors and producers. And I gave it my all, man. We were in the middle of trying to deliver these machines, so we were doing that. And I was also working on these pitches and all that stuff. But hey, we got it done. They flew me out to Vegas, and you know, I was able to meet the Sharks.
Okay, so how was that experience? Like really walking in, and I know it's probably some takes and all that stuff like that, but how was that just even putting the pitch out to the Sharks? And then, you know, one of the Sharks took a bite, right?
Yeah, so man, it was in the middle of COVID.
Okay.
So it was in 2020. So I had to quarantine for 2 weeks before even pitching. So they flew me out. I stayed in this room for 2 weeks.
Are you serious?
And
they want to see if you really want it.
And it was one of the best things that I think could have happened to somebody going into a pitch like that, because I took my markers, my dry erase marker, and I had the whole room with my pitch. I had every window covered with with the first part of the pitch. The second part, I would walk around the room and recite my pitch, so I knew it like back of my hand, right? When I went out there, it's pretty cool because you know they take you through one take of like where to stand, where the sharks are gonna be. They're not there, but it's like a dry run, and then it's live. Well, it's not live on TV, but it's just one run.
But here you go.
Yeah, it's one run. There's no cuts.
You done did the rehearsal already.
Yeah, there's no cuts between it. It's
and you don't know.
It's a conversation with the
and
sharks.
you don't know what. So when you go out there, you really learn if they really like your stuff or not.
Right.
So that's authentic.
Absolutely, it's 100% authentic. Yeah. So that was a cool thing about it, right? You go out, you really get to present yourself, introduce yourself, introduce your company, and you know, you just put your best foot forward, and it's a real meeting with these sharks, and yeah, I think they took well to it. You know, I ended up pitching and did pretty good on my pitch, and then we got Barbara and Mark Cuban on the show.
Okay.
Yeah. So that.
Also, it's both of them.
It was both of them on the show. Yeah,
Get out of here, man! Look at that right there.
So
man.
it was a great experience.
Right.
And man, I wouldn't trade it for the world because it was just I grew up watching Shark Tank with my dad, with my mom, breaking down businesses, trying to figure out percentages, what the company's worth, and new revenue and all that stuff. And here I am on the show. So it was a pretty surreal moment. It was great.
Man, well, I'll tell you this right here. You know, me coming over here, you know, I and honestly, I came up on the warehouse by accident.
Yeah.
Because you know, one of my partners is around this way.
Yeah.
And so, and I saw, I was like, get the heck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Small world, man.
Small world,
Small
man.
world.
Small world.
Yeah.
And so it really, it was amazing for me to come in, man, and you know, see the court and just, man, and I think I came during one of the delivery days, man. The big truck came out and they delivered, and man, it was grind machines everywhere, bro. I was like, man. Yeah. And now outside, you know, as y'all will see, well, you already seen it already when I was out there when I came in. FedEx is out there right now, ready for the shipment. You know what I'm saying?
Black Friday is popping off right now. So.
Popping off, man. And so I noticed you had a sale on them right now.
Yeah, 1995.
If you can talk about that
we got the biggest sale of the year, 1995. Get a free grind basketball and a free jump rope with it.
Come on, man.
So,
look at that right there.
Yeah, biggest sale of the year right now.
Listen, if your kid's not running around with this right here come Christmas, something wrong with you. You want your kid running out in the street trying to figure out, you know, where the ball went. No, this is, and so I'm going on a campaign, and I'm definitely gonna push this out to the military bases, man, because one, you know, in base housing, you know, there's not a lot of space, and everybody wants a basketball though.
Right. Yeah.
You know, but the one thing that happens from the safety aspect, you know, these kids want to shoot basketball, and they're 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, even they're teenagers, and balls happen to go in the street. You know, and the kids just want to go out and shoot on their own.
Yeah.
So imagine this right here. You know, you have in your driveway and the basketball goes out there. You have the system, the grind system out there, man. And you know your kid is safe because the ball is gonna go where you want it to go. So you can set that as a parent. You can go out there. You can set it. Say, okay, no, I'll make sure the ball goes this way.
Yeah.
And your kid can go shoot.
And then it's portable, right? So you can set it down in 30 seconds and then put it in the house, right? You don't need you can put it in your room, you know, put it in the garage, wherever you know, put it in the back of the truck and take it to the park.
It got the wheels on it, right?
It has wheels, so you can take it to the park. You can take it anywhere, really.
Can you pull one of those? Is that possible?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Thomas to go ahead and roll one of those on over here real fast, man, just so you can really see from the mobile aspect of it. I mean, it's really one of those things where, you know, you gotta look at that, man. He just, come on, bro. That's like going to the That's like going on a trip.
Yeah.
Just with your luggage.
It's like a big suitcase.
I mean, that's a suitcase, man. Trust me.
To have a shooting machine this big, right? This portable, where you could deadlift it, put it in the back of the truck. You know what I mean?
Man, look at that right there. See, that's all right there.
Comes right off.
Look at that right there.
And then it folds up into a 12-foot tall machine. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of it.
That's a beautiful situation.
Yeah.
Beautiful situation right there. You know. So this is really, man, something that's needed. It's needed. But the biggest thing about it's affordable, man.
Yeah.
This is affordable.
Yeah.
And there's no reason why this shouldn't be in every high school. There's no reason why this shouldn't be in every college, every junior college, every community college that has a basketball team. this should be there. One, cause it's affordable. It ain't gonna take nothing for no college to put, you know what I'm saying, a couple dollars together and just make one of these appear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, 2 of them appear. I think they need 2. Every college needs 2.
Yeah.
At least minimum 2.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Get minimum 2.
Yeah.
You know, what's in the works for Grind, man? What's the next level?
Man, we got a lot of stuff in the works, man. I mean, I think our vision is to provide kids and athletes with the best sports equipment possible.
Right.
Right. And use technology and great design to make that possible. So we got new products coming. You know, right now we're jumping in with basketballs and jump ropes.
Okay.
But you know, the vision is smart sports equipment, right? A holistic ecosystem of smart sports equipment that can really be that companion to that athlete, can be that second coach, can be that coach that pushes that kid, right? And you know, lives in the journey, you know, lives in the process, you know, a brand that lives in the process. And it's not about, you know, Grind represents, what we don't represent is the championship. What we do represent is the long hours by yourself.
There you go.
You know what I mean? By yourself, the process, the journey, trusting the process.
Right.
That's where we live. We live in the shadows. You know, and whenever that kid or that player or that athlete reaches that championship, we put them on that pedestal, and we step back. We're the process. When they come back to the gym by themselves, or they put in that work, that's where Grind lives. You know what I mean? So that's who we are. That's what we're working on. Just constantly trying to, you know, share that narrative and tell stories that you know, can make, you know, get people inspired.
Right. I can imagine the nights that Jordan used to play in his backyard, you know what I'm saying, back in old Wilmington, North Carolina, man. Yeah. And all that shooting he used to do. And he used to shoot when it was dark. You know, and that's how he perfected his shot. He would shoot at nighttime.
Yep.
You know, when he could just almost barely see the goal. You know, but I could imagine if he had a Grind basketball system, man, he would probably be, would have been a lot worse than what he is. You know what I'm saying? What he was and everything, because one,
a lot better.
A lot better.
A lot colder.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. So when we say worse in Carolina, we mean like you a
killer.
killer.
Yeah, you
a
killer.
You know what I'm saying? And so, bro, I really appreciate you taking your time out today, man, and doing this, because one, I definitely wanted to get this out. So when I want the kids going in, they just came out for Thanksgiving. I want them to, when they go back to school, I want them, Mom, I want to grind for Christmas. That's what I want to do. I want to grind. I want to be safe for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? If you want your kids to be safe, if you want to make sure that that they're shooting the ball in the yard and they're standing in the yard, I'm telling you, this is the system that you want for them. This is the one. You know what I'm saying? If you're a grandparent, you got grandkids, and you know, I'm a grandfather. So my thing is, hey, I want my grandson to be safe. You know, so we got to make sure he's grinding. So once he starts shooting that ball, he definitely has to have a grind. That's what he has to do, because I want him to get out there on his grind. So that he can take care of granddaddy. You know what I'm saying? Later on, whatever. So do me a favor, T, man. Tell everybody all your contacts. How they can get into contact with you, if they want to get in contact with you personally, but definitely how they can get this Grind basketball.
Yeah, man. So grab the Grind machine at grindbasketball.com, or anything on social, Grind Basketball, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all the X. And then me personally, I'm just Thomas Fields at Instagram. So I mean, I'm constantly on.
See,
Instagram.
man, I like this guy. He's so humble, man. He a humble guy. He got all this. Y'all can't see everything. He got all this. He's just a humble guy, man. And that's great, man. And that's why I appreciate you, bro.
Man.
Because you are. You know what I'm saying? Just like that goal you have out in the front up there. Like, that's really lets you know. And
it's authentic, man.
You're a good guy, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Hey, man, thank you once again. This has been another 5 minutes with 5. You know what I'm saying? We doing it. Hey, guess what city I'm gonna be in next? You try to figure it out, and I'll be there. G5, and I'm out.
I love it, man. That was great.
Yeah.